Squid Game is one of the hottest, if not the hottest show in the world right now, but did you know that the characters' deaths were foreshadowed beforehand? Squid Game delivers such a vast group of characters, from the innocent foreigner, an old man with dementia, a refugee, and etc. These characters start to grow on the audiences as you get to spend a lot of time with them and watch them develop and build relationships throughout the show. And seeing them eventually get eliminated one by one kinda hurts. But did you know before we saw everyone lose their life one episode after another, they were already shown to us in some sort of way. Episode 2, titled Hell, follows our characters after they vote for a majority quit on the game and shows us the struggle each one has to go through. These events all entangle some moments that we'll see later on in the show that become our character's ultimate demise. So let's take a look at them. Ali was killed in episode 6 during the marbles game. Sang-woo tricked him into giving him his marble pouch so he could trade it with the pebbles and switch it out with his. Now, while I do hate him for this, I can't lie, the entire time I was watching this, I was just thinking about how damn smart this man was. Anyways, main point is that Ali dies after Sang-woo essentially steals or takes his marbles and runs off with them. A nod and a reflection in episode 2 where Ali did the same thing to his boss with the money that was owed to him. And while yes, technically that money is rightfully his, he did take it and run off with it just like Sang-woo did, so take it as you will. Now let's jump to the gangster, or the bad guy of the group, Deoksu. I'm so sorry if I butchered these names. Deoksu was ambushed in episode 2 for the money that he had taken from what seemed to be a Filipino gang or group, and instead of fighting them head on, he ran to the edge and threw himself off of a bridge. This is foreshadowed as he is literally thrown off of a glass bridge by Minyu, again I'm so sorry if I mess up these names, who interlocks her fingers around his waist and leans back to make him fall with her. This was a clever little hint to episode 5 after the team had won the tug of war game, where Minyu was boasting about the win, stating that but once I laid back, I really felt much more powerful. Up next is Saebyuk, one of the fan favorites for her attitude and also for her looks. Saebyuk was a North Korean runaway who escaped to start a better life in the south with her little brother. In episode 2, Saebyuk meets with a man she had given money to so he could smuggle her parents out from North Korea, but after the man said he had been conned, she pulls out a knife to his neck and threatens him. This appears to come back in episode 8, where Sang-woo finishes Saebyuk off by slicing her throat after she had already sustained an injury by having a whole glass shard stuck in her torso. Speaking of Sang-woo, he's the last one on the list. It's shown that Sang-woo wants to end his life in episode 2, with the debt piling up and the cops after him. He really does not have many options, and right before he does, a knock on the door re-inviting him to the Squid Game stops him. Well, the way that he went out is the same way that he went out during the final episode of Squid Game, as he stabs his own neck with a knife during the final matchup as he realizes there is no point to keep on living. Talk about gruesome. Anyways, that's all I have for you today, and I'm curious to know what you guys think. Were these deaths intentional by the genius of the director, or were they just mere coincidences? As always, my name is Culture Kingdom, and I will see y'all next time.